Assalamualaikum. Today we are going to present about a course, Engineering Project Management, course code EMM3612. Okay, this is the report title, Kuala Lumpur, Singapore High Speed Rail Project. The group member that consists me, Harib bin Chesman, my meeting number is 196813, Muhammad Irfan Faiz bin Muhammad Jazni, 198807, Muhammad Amirul Hakim bin Fauzi, 898061. Okay, we proceed to introduction. Okay, the first I want to like to introduce about the HSR is a type of rail transport that runs faster than older train traffic using integrated system of specialized rolling stock and dedicated train. Okay, this for HRR in Malaysia, the idea of the Kuala Lumpur high-speed rail was an idea through the economic transformation program to transform Malaysia into high economic nation. Okay, however, in May 2018, Pakatan Harapan won the election in Malaysia. Najib was replaced by Mahathir as head of the government. Okay, in the 17, in the 17, the September 2018, the tender asset co was put hold. Was Mahathir wanted to review the whole project. Malaysia had to pay Singapore US 80 million in composite for the delay in the project. Okay, that's all. Okay, I will pass
Okay.
to Muhammad Hakim.
Okay. Thank you, Ahmad Arid. So I will continue for the organization. So as you can see on the screen here is the international bidders, which is involved in the HSR structure. So the project is divided into three parts, which involve operations, railway assets, and infrastructure. The asset co are responsible for designing, and maintaining all rolling stock. The infracos are responsible for paying asset co and covering the capital expenditure, funding, building, financing, HSR. HSR asset in exchange for making HSR asset available to the OpCo by AssetCo. And the OpCo is responsible for paying AssetCo train release fees that cover the train related expense of AssetCo. It is also supply the equipment and the HSR equipment in return for the AssetCo and making the train available to OpCo, which is determined to operate the express and shuttle service. So for the scope statement, so for the project objective is the concept of the constructing the Kuala Lumpur Singapore HSR was introduced by Malaysian and Singapore government. So Malaysia is project to be transformed into a high income country by the project. Uh, the project will have 7 stations in Malaysia, which consists of Bandar Malaysia, Sepang Putrajaya, Seremban, Melaka, Muar, Batu Pahat, and Iskandar Puteri. So it is estimated that the enhanced travel will require a shorter level of times of 90 minutes from KL to Singapore. So the total cost, it is projected at 70 billion, and the train is scheduled to be operational, to complete operational in 2026. So for the deliverables, as you can see on the table 2.1 here, and it will end in 30 December 2026. So for the technical requirement, there is the following standard that shall be met by organization that involve in design, construction, installation, and servicing the Kuala Lumpur Singapore High Speed Rail. So as you can see on the table here, these are the standard that need to be met by the organization in completing the HSR project. So these are the limit and exclusion that include in the Kuala Lumpur Singapore High Speed Rail project. So you can see on the table here. Uh, it consists of 1 to 10 limit escalation, and for the customer review, the representatives of from Innovatis can include the test engineer and quality control inspector. So for the project priorities, these are the priority metrics for the Kuala Lumpur Singapore High Speed Rail project. Since the company will face a compensation claim if the project is declared, so the project manager will seize the opportunity to reduce the completion of time. So it is reasonable to go over budget, of course, even though it is not desirable. So for the work breakdown structure, I will pass to Irfan Faiz.
Thank you, Hakim. So I will proceed to the next presentation. So which is about the WBS, which is the word breakdown structure. So as you can see in this figure here, so I will zoom it. There's basically four levels of WBS, which is the first level is in the orange color, and the second level is in yellow color, the third level in blue color, and the fourth level is in the green color. So basically, the most important one is the red in color because it's our main project, and proceed with the second important, which is the legal and finance, design process, construction, testing, and post construction. So for this organization breakdown, the three company that accept to do the job is Assetsco, Infraco, and Opcos, which is can be divided as shown in the slide. I think you can see it by yourself. Okay, so that's basically also the budget for our project, which is also which also stated in the WBS. Okay, and Amarit will proceed.
Okay, the next figure that I will talk about is the organization metric for KLHSR Singapore. Okay, the first one is the major one, Singapore HSR. Okay, the first they are consist only three level. Okay, all right. The project directory, which is the infracos and asset cost and opcos. The second one is project administration. The yeah, you can read it by yourself. Okay, the third level is the legal finance, designing process, railway engineering, rolling stock procurement, infrastructure development. This is the tick that we want if they are support the equipment of the budget or the financial money. Next slide. Okay, that's all from me.
So basically, thank you, Marit. So basically, based on our WBS earlier, so this is our Gantt chart, which represent the ID of our activity, and yeah, basically that's all. Which is include the important part, which is highlighted in the green color and the blue color, which is the green color indicates our main project, and the blue color indicates the first level of WBS that I mentioned earlier, which is the legal and finance, designing process, construction, testing, and the last one is post construction. So basically, the most important one in this project is actually the construction, the construction part, which takes about 1,891 days, because of the fact that construction takes a lot of time. So yeah, this is basically what we get from the uh, Microsoft project software. Okay, okay, and Amari will continue.
All right, this is the network schedule. As you can see, it's begin with the start. Okay, 0 0, and the finish. We will get the value that we estimate to 2,089.5. 9 8 2,869. Okay, you can pause the video if you want to look the network schedule. This is that's all from me.
Thank you, Marit. So I will proceed with the resources scheduling. So basically, in the resources scheduling talks about how to make our the project more effective. So based on our research, we have found out that to make our project more effective, we must decrease the number of slack time, which is basically in the weekend, which is on the Sunday and Saturday, and also uh, put a constant number of workers in each day. So basically, from the figure that you see here is like the original schedule for the construction workers. So and this is the new one, which is more cohesive and more fair to the workers. So that when we do the new schedule construction, the effectiveness of the project will be increased. So let's proceed to the reducing project duration. So as you can see from the table here, we actually alternate the level, the duration time, which is for example the activity 3 for the original for original duration is 43 days, and we alternate it to 34 days. But as the consequences, the cost of the activity ID will be increased, and this type of list goes on until the last activity ID of our project, which is the cleaning, which also have the lower number of duration but higher in cost. Okay, so okay, this is we proceed by Tariq.
Okay, thank you, Irfan. Okay, the first one is the basic one is we don't change anything, but we only check uh the starting one, the have that can reduce the amount, the time to to make it faster. Okay, as you can see in the figure, uh the 500 is the main one that we first, the first one that we reduce it first. Okay, the second figure. Okay, the second figure, we select the 7 to reduce it, and the time that we got is 2,846. The total direct cost for it 71.62 billion. This is the deduction that we get from the figure 2. Okay, the third one. Okay, the third one, we only need to change 8 and 10, and we got the time for it 2,846, and the total direct cost for it we get 74.62 billion. Okay, the project closure one. Okay, the project closure one is the section that we was to ensure the project was acceptable or not, which need to improve the success of the project to for the future project. Unfortunately, the HR project was terminated on the December 31, 2020, okay, between Malaysia and Singapore. The termination has done in order to maintain the economic drop for both countries. It is because the COVID-19 has majority that conquer the both country. Okay, this one. Okay, the rep closure checklist. This one, you can pause it and you can read the check up list. All right. Thank you. That's all my part.
So okay, so for the conclusion, the theories and the studies of the project management that carry out on the KLSG high-speed rail illustrate that it is a complex project. So to handle this project, it is essential to develop and apply the right project management technique. So the project management technique that used for the project is the project scope statement, the project priority, the work breakdown structure, the Gantt chart, and the resource scheduling, the reducing project duration, and the project closure. So these are the project management technique that is used to helps in aim for the project to be successful. So that's all from me.
I think that's all for our presentation on the project of the Kuala Lumpur Singapore HSR. So thank you very much.
Thank you.